I would like to welcome all you so-called experts out there back joining me once again. Today, I got a little something on my mind I want to talk about. I want to talk about Tim Tebow. I mean, has anyone ever seen such an overhyped press conference for a backup quarterback? People, let's not forget, we ain't talking about a starter here. We're talking about a guy who's going to a team who has, I hate to say it as a Trojan, I hate to say it, but has a pretty weak quarterback, and he's still going to be the backup. And they're giving him all kinds of airtime. I mean, what's the deal with this kid? I get he came in last year, pretty much we'll call it a rookie year, and took the NFL over. He was an overnight sensation. He was just, he was the it story. You could not turn on sports TV without hearing about Tim Tebow. And I get it. It's great. There's so much to his story that makes him amazing. As a Steeler fan, I should hate the guy, but I mean, I can't. I hate the game. I hate that he beat us, but I can't hate the guy. So far, he's done everything that you would want him to do. Like John Elway said, he's not our quarterback, but if my daughter had to marry one guy, it would be Tim Tebow. Now that's coming from a guy who just kicked this guy out of the city. He just gave Tim Tebow the boot, and he's saying he would want Tim Tebow to marry his daughter. That says the kind of character this kid has. So what is it about him? Is it simply because he is very vocal about his religion? Is that it? Because there have been, lots of players throughout the history of sports who have come in talking about religion. What is it about Tim Tebow? I personally thought he was going to suck out of college. I seen him in his workouts and his games. Didn't think that would translate well in the NFL. Now, some people say, well, he's a running quarterback. They've succeeded. Michael Vick, Vince Young, these guys came in and did a good job. True, they were running quarterbacks, but they were fast. Tim Tebow is not a fast quarterback. He was in college running people over, running through tackles. Now, I couldn't imagine him running through a Ray Lewis tackle in the NFL, and since he can't run around them, I didn't see or foresee him succeeding in the NFL. He proved me wrong. Well, as far as last year goes, for 1 year he proved me wrong. So, what is it? What makes him so great? Is it simply the fact that he's a winner? I mean, do those intangibles play that much of a role in making you successful? Because a lot of people say, what is it about Derek Jeter? He's not the biggest, fastest, strongest. He doesn't have maybe necessarily the great numbers, the stats. He's not hitting for power. His average has dropped off recently. But it's the intangibles. It's the leadership qualities. It's getting people to play better than they've ever played before because you make them believe they can do it. There's a game last year where Demaryius Thomas dropped a pass, a touchdown, I believe, from Tim Tebow. And on the sideline, they show Tim Tebow, and he comes up to him, and, is he ripping him? No. Is he cussing him out for dropping a touchdown? No. He puts his arm around the guy and says, hey, don't worry about it. You're going to catch the game winner. Now, who could ever have foreseen, because at that time the Broncos were down, I don't know, a touchdown or two. Who could have ever thought that would come true? Coming into in the fourth quarter with, I don't know, probably less than a minute, knowing Tim Tebow and his late game heroics, probably like last minute, who does he throw the game-winning touchdown to? Demaryius Thomas. Who else does that happen to? Who else calls a shot like that and then it happens? Now, is it something more than talent? Is there something going on up there? Do we got some favoritism? I don't know. All I can say is as a Steeler fan, when they say, what happened last year? Why did you guys lose to the Broncos? My one response is, hey, even the steel curtain can't shut down the man upstairs. So Tim Tebow, I would like to hear you guys' feedback. How do you guys think he's going to do in New York? Do you guys see him starting? I've heard a lot of people on sports networks saying, he's going to start by week 6. By week 10, he'll be starting. Or do you believe the Jets when they say he is strictly a backup who is going to come in for a handful of plays a game and run, some wildcat or something like that? What do you guys think? Do you guys see a future there in New York? Do you guys think Sanchez is that weak that he will crumble under all the pressure and Tim Tebow will simply come in and take his job from him? Because one of the interesting facts I heard earlier today was, one of the GMs said, hey, if Mark Sanchez gets in some trouble, we might bring Tim Tebow in, When are you going to bring Tim Tebow in? On 3rd and short, so when you run wildcat and convert? Because you run a couple of 3 and outs and your offense is struggling, so you're going to bring Tim Tebow in? If you guys check the stats, Tim Tebow led the NFL last year in 3 and outs. So you're going to bring in the worst quarterback as far as 3 and outs go and you expect him to improve or stop your team from going 3-and-out, doesn't make any sense. To me, there's more of a media sensation aspect to this signing. I think they brought him in to boost ticket sales, to boost, sports coverage. They want to be on the front page. Everyone knows that right now the Giants own New York. They run that town. Super Bowl champions. New York belongs to the Giants. As much talk as Rex Ryan and that team has talked the last 3 years, they're still the little brother in New York. So I believe they went out and got Tim Tebow to try to take over that city as far as media coverage goes. I don't necessarily see Tim Tebow being a successful quarterback as far as a career goes. I believe he can come in and in short periods of time win over a team and inspire them to do good things for a short period of time, not carry it on as a professional NFL quarterback. So for all you so-called experts out there, please respond. Let me know what you guys think. Do you see Tim Tebow running the team? Do you see him being a successful quarterback? Or do you see him being a gimmick player, running only a specified amount of plays, as a trickery kind of guy, not necessarily a leader? Let me know what you guys think. For Ram, this so-called expert, all you so-called experts out there, keep supporting your troops. I'm out.